world we live in is awash with data that comes pouring in from everywhere around us. On its own, this data is just noise and confusion. To make sense of data, to find the meaning in it, we need the powerful branch of science, statistics.
Believe me, there's nothing boring about statistics, especially not today when we can make the data sing.
With statistics, we can really make sense of the world. And there's more. With statistics, the data deluge, as it's being called, is leading us to an ever greater understanding of life on Earth and the universe beyond.
And thanks to the incredible power of today's computers, it may fundamentally transform the process of scientific discovery.
I kid you not, statistics is now the sexiest subject around.
In the 19th century, scholars all over Europe did amazing work in measuring their societies. They were hoovering up data on almost everything. But numbers alone don't tell you anything. You have to analyze them. And that's what makes statistics.
When the first statisticians began to get to grips with analyzing their data, they seized upon the average, and they took the average of everything. What's so great about an average is that you can take a whole mass of data and reduce it to a single number. And though each of us is unique, our collective lives produce averages that can characterize whole populations.
But useful as averages are, they don't tell you the whole story. On average, Swedish people have slightly less than 2 legs. This is because a few people only have 1 leg or no legs, and no one has 3 legs. So almost everybody in Sweden has more than the average number of legs. The variation in data is just as important as the average.
But how do you get a handle on variation? For this, you transform numbers into shapes. Let's look again at the number of adult women in Sweden for different heights. Plotting the data as a shape shows how much their heights vary from the average and how wide that variation is. The shape a set of data makes is called its distribution.
This is the income distribution of China, 1970. This is the income distribution of the United States, 1970. Almost no overlap. And what has happened? China is growing, it's not so equal any longer, and it's appearing here, overlooking the United States, almost like a ghost, isn't it? Huh? It's pretty scary.
The statisticians who first explored distribution discovered one shape that turned up again and again. The Victorian scholar Francis Galton was so fascinated, he built a machine that could reproduce it, and he found it fitted so many different sets of measurements that he named it the normal distribution. Whether it was people's arm spans, lung capacities, or even their exam results, the normal distribution shape recurred time and time again. Other statisticians soon found many other regular shapes, each produced by a particular kind of natural or social processes. And every statistician has their favorite.